A pleasure to meet all at last, and now what we're going to be doing is extending our little stay here to super foam flying. Yeah, if that wasn't really a subliminal hint for you, then I'll just simply showcase it right here in person. Here we have ourselves a modulus long strike reskin, which I know as the Extendor. Essentially, the same kind of thing as what we saw with the actual long strike CS6, its whiteout counterpart, and a few other unique designs that people have made themselves. But in this case, this is one of the more recent tie-ins to the actual long strike design that we've known and loved over the years, in which it's simply made with more modernized internals. So that way, performance can in fact be optimized for modern day nerfers. And so, it gives me great joy to simply have one of these in my collection, to have itself the barrel with the flip up iron sights that's also removable like so. Not to mention the scope attachment. This blaster also did come with its own standard bipod, which by any means was very similar to the AccuStrike Raptor Strike. Unfortunately, it's not on here. And the stock also still pertains the ability to utilize clip storage, where you can put in 6 dart clips whenever possible. Now, going on to the firing, might have to remove the barrel for this part here because, simply put, this is a blaster that's really long. It would not necessarily fit in the frame very well. So, it's pretty much just what you see, what you get. And what we got here is a blaster that can certainly perform pretty well. Compared to its original counterpart, which was part of the N-Strike series, I'd say with this modulus redesign slash reskin slash reconstruction, if you will, because it's not just a cosmetic thing, no. It does come with itself some attachments that were basically the same as what we saw earlier in the modulus line, as well as in other such lineups. But the Extendor is in fact just a long strike with new coat of paint and some better internals, including a better plunger and a better spring. So this way, it can actually fire elite darts way better than it could have done so with its original internal mechanism with N-Strike streamlined darts. So of course, what we got here is a much better, highly advanced upgrade over the long strike itself. Now, I don't really know if I went through all the shots here, but looking through the jam door, yep, it's got a jam door. And it's one of the only parts of the blaster that's coated in black paint. Unless you want to talk about the modulus placard or the Nerf logo. So, that's just pretty much what that is entirely. So, one more round with the barrel on this time. Now, yeah, because this barrel is about 1 foot in length, it definitely hinders the ability for a dart to fire further than it would have without the barrel. It sort of reminds me of what happened with the Centurion. Some people found out that with the barrel attached onto it, it definitely hindered the ability for a dart's distance. But in this case though, this is one of those examples of a sniper-esque blaster that has a long barrel that can actually be detachable. So, unless you were to be very specific, identify the locks in the Centurion and have them removed or cut off, so that way they won't lock into place. But overall, I'd say that this blaster is still pretty amazing. I really am a fan of the modulus lineup because of how well it's allowed for creativity within the Nerf community. The Long Strike was also a great blaster I owned back in the day. And to have a copycat of it, basically, for modern day Nerfers, just makes it even better than you'd ever think. And this exact version, of course, was made years after the long strike itself came out. A new coat of paint certainly is one thing, but the fact that it has new internals simply makes this such a prized possession that I feel like anybody should take a hold of. And so, with that in mind, well, there is one round left. Or not. The Modulus Extendor is without a doubt a great blaster. A nice, amazing upgrade over the Long Strike CS6, because in addition to a new coat of paint, new internals, a lot of accessories, and possibly better performance and accuracy, I could say that the Extendor is clearly worth a lot more than you would have expected. And the fact that I got a hold of mine for only 40 bucks, complete with the barrel and the scope, just simply shows this blaster has truly gotten itself some decent value to it. And it also has shown us just how incredible Nerf has actually become in more recent times, as opposed to what we've seen from them back then. They have made some rather unsightly mistakes and failures that I'm sure to say now is when they gotta learn from their mistakes and hopefully give us better product value and a lot more where that came from. So a solid 8.1 out of 10.1 is my scoring on this blaster entirely. And now, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side if you'd like to see more.